I really like this question right here. It's kind of a fun one. Gil Arenas being on Twitter, a good thing or a bad thing for us and him? I'll go first. It's definitely a good thing for us. I don't think there's any arguing with the entertainment value that that brings. For him, it's probably a good thing to have an outlet, although I don't know if a public outlet is the best, considering he's already been fined. As he pointed out, his account has not been verified, so that he was fined, he personally, for a account that could be fake, but obviously isn't, also cracks me up.
It is a beautiful thing. We need more interaction and more personality from players on Twitter. Like Anthony Morrow just tweeted, "I'm going to the gym." No one cares. This is the reason people hated Twitter to begin with, because of stuff like that. When Gilbert Arenas is, calling, his date a dragon and comparing her to Simba, and then giving out relationship advice. Like even yesterday, he had this really touching thing about how, Father's Day meant so much more because I believe a family member of his, or a family friend doesn't have a father, and he was feeling like, the sadness of not being able to celebrate that day, of her not being able to celebrate that day. And we just need more openness and more intelligent conversation like Gilbert Arenas is giving us, whether it's funny or serious or whatever.
This isn't. I hate to take the tack that so many people do when they read my my articles, but I don't really care. I've stopped caring about Gilbert Arenas. Maybe it's because I'm so far away from the DC area.
He doesn't care about you.
I should hope so. I think that would be the weirdest thing he's done yet. I'm just tired of it. If he gets better at basketball, maybe I'll focus more on him. But right now, he just makes me sad. So I'm over Gilbert. Over Gil. Beckley, would you want to introduce a new question?
Oh, thank you. I will introduce a new question.
But I want to put you on the spot.
This is a very interesting one. Hold on, where is it? Who deserved a ring more, Peja or Cardinal? Now, deserves a ring, I always think is a very tricky idea because who deserves a ring more this year than what Dwayne Wade did? But he didn't get one. He already had one, but I don't think that the idea that people get rings because they deserve them is an idea I don't agree with. That being said, I'm happier, I guess, for Peja because he was a part of the teams that I really loved watching, as much as we were rivals with them, sort of, when the Sonics were all right. Those Kings teams moved the ball and shot so beautifully. Very happy to see Peja get it, even though he didn't really have an impact in the actual finals.
Here's something we need to talk about. Ethan Sherwood-Strauss believes that Brian Cardinal is a skillless, horrible player who is an awful human being who might be as bad as Hitler and is just one of the worst people of all time. Brian Cardinal is a decent basketball player who has skill, who doesn't just go out there and hurt people. He's good. Like, for his role, he is good.
Well, I don't quite know how to respond to your framing there, Zach. I would have had a much tougher time had Dan framed his argument like that. But I'm not the biggest Brian Cardinal fan, and I feel like that's the wrong opinion to have because all us basketball bloggers, we love novelty, and there's nothing we love more than seeing sweaty, pudgy Brian Cardinal out there and calling him dad and all that stuff. But I don't like players
Pudgy,
who are bad.
He's a professional athlete.
I don't like players who are bad, who slow up the game and, injure people through their incompetence. And I'm just not...
like
I'm
Anthony
not enamored.
Randolph.
I don't think Anthony Randolph has injured anybody but himself and his own confidence.
Ethan's racist.
But
Ethan is a racist.
clearly reverse racist on this Brian Cardinal thing. I just don't subscribe to the Brian Cardinal bandwagon and isn't this so fun to see him go in there and karate chop Chris Bosh, and this is just going to fuel all the sentiment that I'm a Heat apologist, that I'm taking this tack with Brian Cardinal. But honestly, I don't like seeing Brian Cardinal play. I don't like seeing Juwan Howard play. I don't like seeing Derek Fisher play. I sure as hell didn't like seeing Matt Harpering play back when he was still playing. I
What?
just don't... I just don't like players
Dr.
like that.
Grumpy Pants. Jesus.
Jesus.
Clearly.
Unbelievable. What a curmudgeon.
Oh God.
Is that hamster giving you trouble today?
It's a guinea pig. For the last damn time, it's a guinea pig.